Live.
Peace. My name is Matthew Hampton L. I'm a minister of Moorish American Nationals in the United States. I just came to the meeting today for the C Series. It was basically building on culture and commerce and how to empower ourselves financially, economically, as well as politically. We're here with a couple of my brothers, and I guess we're going to wrap it up and build a little bit.
Okay. So, what point of view do you have of the situation?
But the situation is basically our diaspora and disenfranchisement of economic gain and empowerment due to our last couple of generations coming up. And my main perspective is that it's a lack of culture. It's a lack of a creed for ourselves, morality. Every other culture in this society has morals and things that they live by and conduct themselves by. You look at the Jewish community, they do business and have certain customs and things that they do to keep their people uplifted and moral. So does the Koreans, so does the Arabic community, and so on and so forth. But when you come to the Black American or African American community in the United States, it seems that we just follow what's trending, or we follow after the European or westernized society and things that they want for us, instead of coming together and see how to govern ourselves.
Okay, yeah, and I feel you, man. And let me ask you this, because this is coming from a younger generation. Now, the whole saying of let's talk more action.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit. What exactly do you think about the whole let's talk more action, and what type of actions do young people, the young newer generation, do we have to be aggressive? Do we have to be, mindful? What direction would you point the direction in?
Well, that's a good question. One brother did say that we need to read more. We need to read everything we possibly can. We need to read the things we don't even want to read. We don't like to read. And I'm saying that to say that in this generation, we do need to be more zealous about coming up, for lack of a better term, but just coming up in society, empowering ourselves. We become stagnated and it seems like we're comfortable in the position that we're in, even though our people are dying and being incarcerated every day, and there's no real growth and the education is going down. It's like people are still comfortable and they go to sleep. They become stagnated and just put the problems in other people's hands, politicians and government official hands. But we have to all step up and become the leaders. Everybody has to be the leader. Everybody has to be an influence to the next generation, and everybody has to be an influence to their family and their community. So it's going to take all of us to come together and just set a standard for ourselves and our people. I hope I answered the question.
I'm sure you did, and I believe you did, because at the end of the day, there's no real answer for one person. It's an answer that you have to find out for yourself. What works for you? And and I'm asking you that. What works for you? What exactly do you got you in the position that you're at now? What inspired you, and what motivated you every day to become who you are today?
Well, I grew up just like everybody else through the public school system, the Baptist church. And when I got to the age of 18 and was put out into the world to be a man and become something, I didn't know how to. I was ill prepared. I was malnourished, for lack of a better term. So it wasn't until I started studying my ancestors and studying history and trying to see God's face and become close to the Most High God that He revealed things about our past to help empower me and uplift me so I can do that for other people, my family, and my community. So I had to give honor to the Most High God, first of all, and brothers and sisters like Booker T. Washington, Marcus Messiah Garvey, Noble Drew Ali, our prophet, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and people of those nations who was pure-hearted and zealous about what they believed in and went hard. So if it wasn't for people of that nature and the Most High God giving me a sound mind and a pure heart to follow after His guidance, man, I'd probably be dead or in jail somewhere. So that's where all my thanks go to, and that's how I became who I am today.
Yeah, and I agree with that, and I feel the same way, and I don't want to take too much of your time, but I do have two more questions, and these are these are questions a little more in depth, with a little more emotion in it. But I will ask you this: for people that don't know and need to fix their life, what will you say when you hear the word demon or devil or hate or evil? How do you fix that? How do you transform that energy, that negative, into positive? How do you do that?
Well, the saying that says, when you know better, you will do better. So we have to seek that knowledge. You have to beseech it. And as far as devil and negativity goes, that's just the way the universe is set up, man. You have positive, negative, in everything. You also have neutral. So when you say the devil, only think of the lower self, which is the beast, the fleshly thing, the material thing, which holds us down to things of hate, envy, jealousy, and all those type of things, greed, etc., etc. We have to just study the prophets and the messengers of the Most High God and try to live after them, after their lifestyles, and follow after them and become the higher self, become one with God, and just try to follow after those footsteps of those noble men and uplift ourselves.
And I agree totally with you. And the reason why I asked that question was really because that's the core problem.
Right.
That as a consumer, and what people are feeding off of is evil and hate, and they don't think it's a problem because it may just be entertainment, it might just be movie, but you're still consuming that. And when you consume anything, it becomes a part of you for a second or a year or however you want it. Which leads me to my next question, and my final question. Now I'm gonna go to a positive.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself in the future? Where do you want to be? And what do you want to see overall, not just you, but everybody around you? What influence do you want to make on the world?
Thank you for posing the question in that way. I'm continuing to grow. I'm still growing and developing, and I hope I always continue to grow and develop. So it's not about myself. I want to be an example, an influence for my people, the next generations to come up under us, so they will be able to live the lives God planned for us to live on this earth, and learn the things that God planned for us to learn while we in this life. My main vision is just for us to govern ourselves and just have our own way of life, our own beliefs, our own way of doing things that's good for us and our children. So I guess it starts today, man. Just getting the message out, like the brothers and sisters were saying, being advocates. Like, what are you advocating for? Like, what are you representing? What is your brand? What are you putting out into the universe? We have to be real strong-minded about that, and just keep it positive and keep it light. You know what I mean? Keep it enlightened. Keep it something more than the material world, because we are more than material beings. We're spiritual beings, so we have to bring the higher things down to the earth, so the people can really understand what they are, and we can be what we're made to be while on earth.
And I thank you for your time, man. And we have about another minute on here, so
okay.
if you have a way people can reach you, Google, Facebook, YouTube, anything like that, put that out there and let people know where you're at. What grounds are you standing on?
All right. Matthew Hampton L. Once again, we in Birmingham, Alabama. My phone number, my direct phone number is 205-602-4469. You can also get more information on being a Moorish American national and proclaim your nationality at www.MoorishAmericanTempleOfAmerica.org. We also are implementing a Moorish American political party because we also feel that we are not represented in this government system, so we have to represent ourselves. And I thank you for your time, man, because all is one and all is love. Peace.